By the time you get to the solution, people are already like, wow, this is a big problem, this is the right team, and they're excited to hear what the solution is.
JK, Dan from Augnet, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for inviting us.
There's like a perception among pretty much everyone, right, that SMS messaging is on the decline and people are using WhatsApp, they're using WeChat, they're using Facebook Messenger, Instagram Messenger, everything else. But B2B is on the rise, right? So you say. So can you talk a little bit about Augnet and how you guys are helping B2B businesses with SMS messaging?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, you're quite right. Person-to-person messaging is on the decline. It might surprise a lot of people that the SMS industry as a whole is growing. It's about 7% year-on-year growth, currently at about a $70 billion industry. And that growth is coming about because as people do more things online, that generates the SMS traffic. So things like password resets, verification of a mobile number, two-factor authentication. And what's really made the growth start to accelerate in the last few years is smaller companies getting involved in this. So nowadays, even if you book a local restaurant or a hairdresser's, they quite often send a message to confirm the appointment. And 5 years ago, that was quite a rare thing.
Yeah, of course. It's interesting. So how come businesses are starting to use SMS, and the small businesses as well, and it hasn't gone, let's use WhatsApp, right? Yeah, let's use something else. What was the appeal for businesses using SMS?
So first of all, the dependencies are very low. You don't need an app to receive an SMS.
Yeah, okay.
And the percentage of readership is very, very high. You get something like 98% of messages are read in 10 minutes of it being sent.
Oh, really?
And there's you can't claim that anywhere near that for email.
My WhatsApp's not close to that, as my friend will say.
Yeah, well, there is no urgency. How many messages you get on your WhatsApp and how many SMS do you get? When you get SMS from your mom, you probably you're really likely to read it right away, because usually if we get SMS, it's something really important that needs your attention. And especially now when you get notification on like everything, LinkedIn, Facebook, WhatsApp, you
ignore it.
You ignore it because you can't cope anymore. And there's this tendency that actually now they're trying to reduce the amount of notification on each app, because otherwise we just spammed completely. And with SMS, that's completely different. It hasn't changed much.
It's interesting. A lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of thousands of entrepreneurs watching the show every single day, always pops up. They always look to Gary V for, Gary Vaynerchuk. He has like a social media entrepreneur, right? But he has only a couple of weeks ago said, I am now doing SMS messaging as one of my social networks, or how to communicate with his audience. And people are like, Gary, why are you doing this? What are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And again, it was spot on. He had the same number. 98% are opened just like that. When he can reach his audience, and they know if he sends out tweets, it's lost in the timeline. Facebook lost in the timeline. And it's a good point. I never thought about it, the fact that if you're a restaurant and you send out a booking confirmation via WhatsApp, Instagram, something else, you're not guaranteed that they have that.
Well, they try to do it. They try to launch WhatsApp for business, right? And so that you get your delivery messages. I think they're still working on it, and it might be successful for some businesses, but again, it has some limitations. And it's in the core of a consumer.
So one of the big things, and a lot of reason people like WhatsApp is they know when it's delivered, they know when it's read. That's what Augnet's doing, isn't it? You're able to verify that it's been delivered?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so we're augmenting the SMS message. What actually happens today is when an SMS is sent, the SMS network cannot send back a trusted receipt so that the sender has proof that that message has been delivered. And actually unfortunately, there is a lot of sort of nefarious operators in the industry that intentionally kill messages. So about 5% of the business-to-person messaging, or A2P messaging, about 5% of those messages are actually not delivered. To
save money.
To save money, exactly. So in this industry, you pay for what you send, not for what's delivered.
Okay, so you're looking to change that, and people pay for what gets delivered, not what gets sent.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're providing evidence around. We do a part of the signaling that generates an encrypted delivery receipt. So that can be at real time. So we can have an API running with someone who, let's say someone's sending millions of dollars of SMS traffic in any given year, we can tell them at real time when that message has been delivered. If one has not been delivered, we might want to tell them to preemptively send that message again. And it protects their brand, because quite often if you haven't received a message from Uber, some people blame Uber, for example.
Of course, which I would have done.
Yeah.
And you're going to lose the customer as well. So, for example, you're trying to download a new app, right? And then you have, for example, I don't know, some other car sharing apps already on your phone, and that failed, and you're just not going to repeat it. So the customer is gone. So that's why those confirmation messages, they're really important, and they're much more expensive. So they're almost like 5 times the price of a regular marketing messages. And that's why it's important for the company. They invest the money and they spend the budget, but they don't know what they're paying for.
And it's interesting when you need to get those messages because you're waiting to log into an app. Right?
Exactly. You can't confirm yourself. You can't use the app. So that's why they're so expensive as well.
There's 2 hidden costs for enterprise customers when they send these types of messages. One is if that message is not delivered, they'll either lose the customer or the customer will go through that process again, and a second message will be sent.
So either way, it's going to cost the company either way.
Yeah. The other thing is if the message isn't delivered in a timely fashion. I think there's something like 62% of people will hit resend if they've not received a message in 10 seconds. So there's a lot of resends.
People are so impatient.
Yeah.
And you're going to pay double for that. So it's your spend, and people don't know how much money companies are spending on SMS for all those confirmation messages and for marketing messages. It's a really big spend.
Who are you guys looking to partner with? Is it the huge sharing economies of the Airbnbs and Ubers? Are you looking to partner with smaller businesses? Like Open Tables, obviously a little bit smaller.
So yeah, actually we're looking to partner with the wholesale companies, the aggregators,
right, okay.
companies like Twilio
Yes.
as an example. So they
serve those companies. So Open Table and Uber, they would go and they would buy the capability to send messages from Twilio.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a select number of enterprise clients that we are working with, but for the most part, we want to partner with the SMS aggregators. We don't want to set ourselves up as competing with them. They've got fantastic distribution channels in place, and our service works best at scale. So just for speed of market, it's a software service that we're providing. So
plus we have different capabilities. So we're not directly competing with every single old school telecom company. We have new features that those other telecom companies, they don't have. So they're going to see us as a different supplier.
Yeah,
so for us, it's just easier to go directly to them rather than selling to Open Table and everyone separately. It's just
And when you go to the likes of Twilio, you go to these, maybe not specifically them, but other businesses, what's the reaction like, the fact that you can say we can provide the service of actually showing when they're delivered?
Yeah, I mean, I think a big thing that helps is just the credibility story that we have. So both JK and I know each other from Skype.
We know each other for more than 8 years now. We worked together for 7 of those years, and both of us have been at Skype for 10 years.
We ran the telecoms product at Skype, so we're known in the industry. We're known by all the operators.
Well, we used to work with the majority with 200 different telecom companies in the world. I used to run SMS for Skype, and Dan was looking after voice, and then when I left, he had to start looking after SMS.
I'm sure he loved you after that. But no, it's interesting because you can never underestimate the importance of background, because people come in and there's 2 ways of looking at it. People that don't have a background in the industry they're trying to disrupt will say, oh, I had a view from outside the circle, inside the circle, and I can see where people are going wrong. But it's obviously much more powerful if you're in the circle.
100%.
Yeah, of course.
And actually, when we were going through the funding process, our actual solution almost came at the back end of the pitch. It was, here's a problem, here's the team, the advisors we've got, here's the momentum we get in on on the customers and partners. Here's how our product development is looking like, and this is the solution. So by the time you get to the solution, people are already like, wow, this is a big problem, this is the right team, and they're excited to hear what the solution is. So we sort of left almost the product as an afterthought.
Well, that just goes to show how good the team is, which is really good. Well, look, we're about to run out of time, but thank you so much for coming in. I'm sure the audience found that useful. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Cheers.